I kind of predicted Beyonce's renaissance.
You have synesthesia. Can you explain to the people what synesthesia is?
When I listen to music, like I see like shapes, like they will like pop up, like it's kind of like a flash, like all of my senses would go crazy. That just went haywire. I kind of like fried my brain.
And you're using your mind's eye as a kid, you know, you got to be high vibe at some point, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. She said she liked my voice so much that she would give me free lessons. I kind of just like forgot that it was like a part of me, and I could like see myself like manipulating it around me on some like Doctor Strange shit. Like when I did that, like I can see it happening. Album that I'm dropping, it's a lot of mixed stuff, a lot of that, a lot of mixture of decades.
If you don't have the space to hold anything, what the frick is the point of having it? She's onto something, guys. So you gotta listen and just be high enough like us.
And people are so worried about other people, and they shouldn't even be worried at all.
Hey guys, it's me, Carr, and welcome back to the Gentle Giant Podcast. Today's episode 5. And this is a special one. I have Morning Muzick here today with me. This is a special guest that I have, actually from referencing last episode, Heaven's Descent. When we did the On the Radar specials, honestly was probably the most intriguing person I've ever had an interview with, and wasn't the highest like following person that I've had an interview with. But the second she said what she said, I literally was like, I need to have a full interview one day. I don't know when it will be, but I will have that interview. And I'm glad to say today is that day. So I would like to introduce Morning Muzick.
What's up,
hey, Morning
guys?
Muzick, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are?
Well, my name is Cerai, aka Morning Muzick, and I'm from Harlem, New York. I was born in the Bronx, but I was raised in Harlem, East Side, West Side. I started making music around when I was 6. I wrote my first song when I was like 7 or 8, and then like from there, I didn't take it too seriously, singing, I mean, until I was about 9.
It's only 2 years and super young still.
Yeah, but then when I was 9, like I kind of, it was like in my subconscious, like I knew what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had this music teacher. Well, she was a music teacher, but like a vocal teacher. And she lived in the building that I lived in with my father. And she said she liked my voice so much that she would give me free lessons. And around this point, I was probably like 10 or 11.
Fire.
Yeah, so.
And how long did you take lessons with her for?
Shout out to Ellen, but
Shout out Ellen.
I took lessons with her probably until I was about 13 or turning 13. And then like I kept singing, and then that's when I wanted to go to high school, and then like I got into LaGuardia, and then yeah, so.
Fire. Okay, but you didn't talk about this little special thing that you told me that day. So I'm gonna break the ice. You have synesthesia. Can you explain to the people what synesthesia is? And honestly, the first 2 questions I have is, when did you know you have it? So can you explain that experience, and how is it living with synesthesia?
Okay. So I didn't know what it was when I was a kid, like a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of thought like everyone imagined stuff this way, especially like the school I went to. Everyone was kind of like, just like, we were like really smart, like wild kids.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I just thought, okay, everyone like sees exactly what I see in my mind's eye. And then as I got older, I realized like, no. And like certain people can't even imagine stuff, and they just can't see patterns. Like, it's kind of like being high, but it's like a natural high, you know?
And that's not even you saying that, because you probably don't even know what being a natural, like a regular high is, because you've been living like that your whole life, right? So it's kind of just a conception of what people have told you kind of thing, right?
Yeah. But being high is like, it's like, it amplifies it.
Okay, fire.
Like it just, especially when you're neurodivergent. I'm neurodivergent.
Yeah.
So with like all of that stuff and synesthesia, which is under that umbrella as well, it's just a lot. Like there's a lot of different types of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've learned that doing like my research and like kind of like seeing like Reddit and like stuff like what people like see what I see, like if it's the same.
Yeah.
It's always different for everybody. But it's the same for you, like it's consistent for me. So
can you explain what that is?
Yeah, so I see like when I listen to music, like I see like shapes, like they will like pop up, like it's kind of like a flash for me, kind of.
Okay.
And they would like beep, kind of, or like they would phase in and out of.
Yeah.
Mostly like textures would like phase in and out of like view or like.
Yeah, 110%. No, I know exactly what you're saying.
And when I close my eyes, like it would be the same thing, but then like also like it would be different shapes, kind of like fractals, but they would form into shapes.
That's crazy.
And it'd be like, it kind of give off sunset vibes.
Yeah.
And stuff, and like just really like, yeah, that's why I called it morning music when I was a little girl. Like,
really?
So that was how I labeled all the songs that invoked that within me. 'Cause not every song does that for me, but I can get like it's like, it's weird.
No, I get what you're saying, because when I make music too, I feel like I'm channeling from like whatever there too, and I tell people all the time, like, this song is the song versus like, okay, this is just another version of my song. So I definitely hear what you're saying, but there's still so much to unpack with what you said. So let me start with, when did you start realizing this was, well, I mean, you said you kind of already knew that was different, but I guess the amplification side of it, like when you were smoking, like, or is it weed, what other, if you want to say on here, drugs you've taken and stuff like that, and what experiences you've had with that?
So I've been smoking weed since I was like 14, like, or 13 turning 14. So with that, I kind of like fried my brain. But like music definitely like would hit so crazy. Like I do remember that, like, and it would just like all of my senses would go crazy.
Yeah.
And I did acid when I was 17.
Fair.
So this was 2022.
Yeah, how old are you now?
I'm 20.
Okay, fair. It's only 3 years ago, yeah.
So I did acid in 2022, and like that just went haywire.
Yeah.
And then like it kind of like snapped me back into like, I could tap into, I guess, like my child
brain.
Yeah, and like see everything for what it is, like from that up.
Yeah.
But like with the type of person I am, and this is what makes me an artist, like I went through a lot of things and I've seen a lot of things, and my perception on any scale is like it's just fucked. I don't know if I can curse on
highly
here.
Aware. No, you can curse all you want. I curse all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, we're highly aware beings, being this like, I don't know, high vibe or whatever it is, like whatever the heck you want to call it. Like you're using your mind's eye as a kid, you know, you got to be high vibe at some point, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But I guess the question I have would be like, did you lose the capability of having it when you said that you snapped back?
I didn't lose it, but I kind of just like forgot that it was like a part of me. So like it felt like, I guess, like growing up, it felt like a part of me was like taken away, or like I kind of just had to not focus on that stuff.
Like numb it out.
It's kind of like meditation, like,
yeah,
but you're awake doing it.
No, I know.
Or like, I guess being mindful while being awake, and like that was kind of like just a bunch of distractions, you know? Yeah. But I've always had it, and like all the songs that like I grew up with always like stuck to me in that way, and then looking back and then looking forward, like I can always see what I saw the same way. Yeah. And whether that be like just so to make it as logical as possible, like the days of the week, for example, or like the months of the year, like I see them as patterns and
cycles.
Yeah, cycles. But like I actually like I can see it, and when I did that, like I can see it happening.
That's fire. No, I know exactly what you're saying. Okay. You can see like the Da Vinci Code, Matrix head ass.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Well, not like that, but yeah.
It's funny, but
But okay, so I actually just talked about this my last 2 episodes with testing around with drugs and stuff like that, and having this like snapback experiences and stuff like that. So just for my own like kind of curiosity, what was that experience like, that snapback experience?
well, I remember I was listening to Luther Vandross, Amazing, or So Amazing, because I felt so amazing. And then I was like, I want to listen to every song that like has like amazing or so amazing in it. And I was with somebody at the time, and they were like drip sitting me. It was crazy. But then I put on Kanye's song, and then like it kind of like something like clicked. And I just kind of went crazy with like everything that I've ever thought about everything ever, and like I connected all of the dots, and my brain was moving really fast. All the energy around me, like I could feel, and I could like see myself like manipulating it around me on some like Doctor Strange shit, like
That's fire.
It was, and my dreams have always been like that, but acid really kind of broke that barrier, that like lifted that veil, as do a lot of psychedelics. You just kind of have to have been there already in your life, maybe. I don't know.
No, I hear exactly where you're coming from. Okay, so I very much am grateful for you explaining that to me and the viewers about like your experiences with synesthesia. So now that you've gone through like more of your past, and if you have any stories you want to tell too about it, anything, you can always spill. But what are you doing now? Like what's your creative endeavors? What is your energy pushing towards? Are you like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I found myself doing energy work after going through those experiences, and seeing the energies and being able to like tune them in and out. So that's where I step. So what have you been finding yourself doing?
I would like to sip water real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out. I think my Siri just played something too, so I'm gonna turn my phone off. But yeah, it's just I'm so grateful that you're here. Honestly, that was such a crazy experience.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, man. You are my first guest, and I'm very happy you are my first guest. Like I told you, since that first day, I was like, I need to have this conversation. I want to learn more, because the only time I've ever seen that was when I'm gone flying. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just a cool experience to have a conversation. But so yeah, what are you doing now?
Well, I still make music now. The album that I'm dropping, which is coming out September 19th. I was supposed to drop it last year, but I didn't, because I'm not gonna make excuses, but I did have a very huge distraction. But I let it happen to me,
Yeah. No, sorry, life.
But yeah, that was that. And honestly, the trajectory of my life now, like, I'm just working it out, as I have been since my acid trip,
No,
like,
fair.
I just been kind of combing out some kinks and like undoing some tangles, but like all within me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just aligning.
Yeah, a lot of inner work, and just being real with myself in as many ways, just building the capacity that I can build.
Yeah.
I mean, that didn't make any sense. I'm sorry. I'm kind of high right now. But
No, it's fair. I get what you're trying to say, and I'm pretty sure my views are always high when we're watching this shit. So we definitely understand what you're saying. But building capacity for capacity is definitely what we need to be, because if you don't have the space to hold anything, what the frick is the point of having it? She's onto something, guys. So you got to listen and just be high enough like us. That's all I can say. But going back to the music, I was just tuning back into your music, and I just see this. Before, you had this R&B vibe, and I love the R&B vibe. It was definitely hitting the functions and stuff like that. But now you got this it's like such a unique sound. It's like this pop sound, and I can't figure out who it sounds like with the certain melodies you use, but it's also this underground, beautiful like crunch and distortion that you have that's like tuning into like new age sound. I'm in love with it. I'm not gonna lie. But can you explain to me?
Thank you.
Of course, it's a pleasure. But can you explain to me how that transition happened? I know it has to do with that acid trip and all that stuff. So is that what your new album is too?
Actually, before I had the acid trip, 2022 was just a trippy year itself,
Yeah.
So it was like the summer. I kind of predicted Beyonce's Renaissance, and once that happened, like that whole night was trippy as well. Like, I met some people, and it was like the skate park party.
Yeah.
And it was just dope, and like everything that I thought was confirmed. So like I went home and I wrote a song that I have yet to release because I'm waiting for the right time.
Yeah. And it's not part of the album.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not. But it's going to be a single. Yes. So that happened, and then the acid trip happened, and then everything from there, like, usually people have an ego death, but I like had the opposite of that.
Yep, ego high.
And I kind of turned into like the female Kanye after that.
Yeah, nah. I literally have a voice memo and a recording of me, because I'm weirdo. I like to record myself tripping, and like just so I can watch it back or whatever it is, because I'm too gone by the time. But I literally have so many trips where I'm like, Kanye is nothing to me because I'm Kanye and better. Like I totally understand where you're coming from with that, like that whole sense of God powerment or whatever the alignment is, a timing thing, whatever the fuck it is. That's just a great experience. But still didn't answer my question. How did that transition happen, and how did you go through, like, what can you explain that transition of your music from before to now?
Well, a lot of it is still R&B. It has the foundations of R&B, especially like a lot of my unreleased stuff that's set to come out at the latter part of the year. We're right in the middle.
Yeah.
But I'm still working on a lot of stuff. It's like R&B, it's rock, it's EDM, it's pop, it's industrial. It's a lot of mixed stuff, a lot of mixture of decades.
Yeah, for
and
real.
Yeah.
That's literally why I was tripping out. I was like, I can't put a finger to it or a name to it, because it was so all over the place, and I love all over the place. If you know me, I'm all over the place, and I love the all over the place, and it was so versatile, but the way you blended it was just like perfect, and like I just found myself like driving, and I was like, yeah, and I was just in it, so it's like to the max. Can you explain to me your album itself? What is the purpose of the album? So a little bit, some details behind it.
Okay. As I mentioned, I'm like combing out kinks and undoing tangles. This album is called The C Word, and my name is Cerai. So that's Cerai. The I has an accent on it. It's going that way. And yeah, honestly, the C, whatever the listener wants to put up to interpretation, like, I don't know, they can do that. But it's my name for me. And the songs are for me, but I'm learning to realize, like, working through that, I'm becoming more open and like growing within myself. I'm growing within my artistry, and I'm like looking at the people around me who embrace me and who I am through that medium.
Yeah,
you know?
100%. Your authentic self.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really me aligning with my purpose is aligning my music with that as well, and that is exactly what this album is about. And it has some really deep topics over really cool beats.
Yeah.
Like, it's not too much of a mouthful. Like, I'm not doing lyrical miracle shit, you know?
Yeah.
But the melodies are dope. The melodies are there. The beats are there. It's like 90% self-produced off my iPhone, GarageBand. Thank you.
Yep. I was about to ask, did you produce this whole thing yourself again? Like, but 90%?
Yeah.
90% is fire. That's crazy. How's that process of producing? Because I personally hate it. I can't. I've done it before. I can do it, but I just don't do it, and I hate it. So what's your experience with it, and why do you love it? Why do you love it?
I love producing because it honestly just comes natural to me. I play guitar already. I play basically a whole band, but by ear.
There.
I went to LaGuardia. They did try to teach me how to read music, but I kind of rebelled.
Yeah.
So I never really formally or technically learned, but I do, like, I know exactly what I want to hear, and I play it.
You
or
understand
practice
music
it.
theory and pitching.
Yeah, in my way, because you can really apply your own way to that theory.
Yeah.
Since it's a theory, it's all up for grabs, you know?
What's your music theory then? I only ask because in India they count completely different, and it makes the music completely different. And I've been trying to study it more recently, as of recently. So that's why I asked. What's your theory?
I love the different scales around the world. You know what I mean? Definitely in my album, like, you'll hear the chord progressions and the melodies that I choose, and you'll kind of get a more clearer idea in with my sound, as opposed to what I have on my SoundCloud right now.
Okay,
it's not really anything. It's always going to get better and better.
Of course,
honestly.
As it did on the SoundCloud itself. So I'm excited for the next evolution, especially if you held it back for a year. Is it the same songs from a year ago, or is it?
It's most of the same beats, but I wrote the songs earlier this year, and I have like a few more to go and record.
Hi.
And then
Awesome.
September 19th.
Yeah, what's that date though? What's that date? September 19th. I wrote it down. Like, why is that so significant?
It's a Friday.
It's a Friday. That's it? Is it just because it's a Friday?
It's a Friday. I like the number 9 because also it's September, I guess.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty.
Shit, man. Whatever reason it is, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's something awesome conversations. Okay, so when you talk about these dark topics and distractions and stuff like that, and growing through these things, is there anything you can give to your listeners, because they're definitely tuning in, my listeners, as a seems of advice or ways to go through those turbulent waters? Because that's what I stand for, is trying to help these people with those turbulent waters, and learning that everyone is completely different, but the same in one way or another. Like how you live with your synesthesia.
So you're asking like
just broad advice for the viewers, just like living a little bit more creative, a little bit more in line, because you are a very high vibrational person, and I'm not gonna lie, I can feel it, see it. So I'm very honored to be able to have a conversation with someone who lives the way you live. So your viewers would always liking to know what's going on more behind your brain.
I really, really appreciate that.
Gotcha.
Thank you. Like, honestly, today was a pretty complicated day for me, you know?
Me too.
It's really funny. It just really is. Like how life goes, especially for people who can see a lot of things at the same time. Like, none of us are God, and I feel like a lot of us can get caught in trying to play that, but in other people's lives, you know? And people are so worried about other people in the ways that they shouldn't be, and they shouldn't even be worried at all, you know?
I love that perspective, on the God perspective, because that is something where I've been struggling even for myself, is the God timeline, where it's like we're all God and stuff like that. And I think you put it in beautiful words, where it's like you can kind of be God and, dive into that energy, but it doesn't have to deal with anyone around you. It's for yourself. And I can really appreciate that. I
feel like it's 2025, my generation especially, like, and millennials and Gen X's, like, this whole kind of trend with, I guess, new age and like self-care and stuff like that, like, it's very telling of what humans are craving, I guess, like what our souls are craving, which is, it's a lot. It's a mouthful. It's a lot to even say right now, and even think of trying to
put it into
translate words. Yeah.
The light goes a light in.
Honestly, I just want everybody to find out who they are in this very fast-paced world, and maybe your fast-paced mind, because we're all evolving and changing. But find your core values and stick to that, and really make sure it can last you a lifetime and more, you know?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be somebody you never wanted to be. No, you know what I mean?
Literally, yes. I was literally having a conversation with my cousin, and it's funny, I was talking about you, because I was like, I'm going to have a conversation with a girl who has synesthesia. He's like, what's that? And I told her, and he's like, I kind of have that. If I think of a word, I can see the color of the word. I'm like, that's kind of cool. I can't do that. So, like, that's kind of like what your mind eyes can do. So I was seeing his, thing. And he was telling me straight up, exactly what you said, just feeling like getting lost in the blur of it and just trying to find that centered ground to keep it going. And I think you just put it in beautiful words that I can't even put it into right now. I'm trying to like encapsulate my thoughts from what you said, but I just can't. You just did it perfectly. When you make your music, do you find yourself kind of grasping at these little straws of light or, you know, experiences when you write?
Yeah, usually like, and it's all imagination, I guess, and it just turns into concepts. Like it's an image actually forms from those like
Little
colors
shapes
and
patterns,
and all of that,
Right.
and like a vibe, like a feeling, and then like a actual physical image, and then like I have Pinterest, and like that's what all of these apps are for, kind of like to translate
The vibe.
we're like mirroring ourselves, you know?
Yeah.
So I use Pinterest, and like I make mood boards and stuff, and like vision boards, and I pick the covers to my songs carefully for the most part.
Yeah.
And yeah. And like with my lyrics and stuff like that, like I make sure like it fits that. But for now, like I just don't want to think too much about it, because I don't want to mix. I definitely want to have like a balance, but I don't want to mix logic with art.
No, it's more of a feeling, and that's what you're trying to embody, the feeling of being in alignment, and it's not about explaining it to whoever needs to hear it. And I'm so grateful that you're even trying to translate it here, right? It's more about just living the way you want to live and feeling good about it, and that's what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm like, the best way I can explain why I asked you to come on here is to express that is, how are you living and how are you feeling so great and the high vibe as you are, you know?
Yeah, well, it's not like this most days or more than often, but I'm able to, I guess, alchemize my own energy and just make myself feel better.
Yeah.
Out of just being in the moment and being in my body and listening to it, especially as a woman, a lady.
Yeah, no, 110%. The meditation is key, and just honing right back into your body and seeing yourself for, you know, the light being that it is. I just lost the question that I had, and I'm going to be really upset about it. But in the meantime, where do you see yourself going in the next 2-3 years? You know, after this album drops, what's the plans going forward? I know you don't like to think about it too much, but is there any kind of signs at the time?
I think about it all the time, you know? I like to be future and present oriented, and I guess in a way omnipresent, but as a human I can't really do that. But I won't limit myself in that sense. That's why I do plan, and I do plan to keep going. Just keep going after this. I have a bunch of stuff in the vault just waiting to be taken and conceptualized and like put back out.
Yeah.
It's like I'm cooking right now.
Yeah,
you know?
cooking and living. I feel it. All right, awesome. So we're just gonna start wrapping up. So I have like last 2 questions that I'm gonna ask all my guests, as you are my first guest. I called myself the gentle giant, which is pretty much 2 adjective words that I could say to describe myself. What are 2 words that describe you, and who are you embodying now, the energy you're embodying? And that's a hard one.
I guess I don't know, light and dark,
Fire. I
east
love that.
and west, up and down, hot and cold.
Do you want to explain to the viewers why you say that?
Duality, you know what I mean? But also non-duality at the same time.
Yeah, 110%. All right, and my second question is, did you enjoy your time here today at the Gentle Giant?
I definitely did. These are things that I think about and that occupy the front of my mind, so it's pretty easy to get them out. It's just hard because I'm an artist and like it's not what I prefer.
Yes.
But I do like talking to like-minded people such as you.
Thank you.
And just thank you for having me.
Of course. Any last things you'd like to say to the viewers? And also just on that note, it is a lot to unpack. When you're talking about all this stuff around like energies, mystical stuff that people are trying to put in front of you as religious or text-based, and it just gets a lot for everyone. So I am so grateful for all of you guys just taking the time to listen to Morning Music and me and all these weeks, and anybody just honestly trying to expand your mind. It's a lot to take in. So again, thank you so much for being here. And what is the last thing you'd like to say to our viewers?
What I want to say is to stay happy and stay you. Yeah. And always listen to the voice in your gut, not the one in your head.
Fair enough. Thank you guys so much for listening today. Thank you guys so much for listening today. Thank you guys for tuning in for the Gentle Giant podcast. I was so honored today to have Morning Music here, and I hope to see you guys next week. My first butchered of an ending. Jesus Christ. Thank you so much. That was awesome. Of course.